Hello and welcome in to episode 4 of season 2
We
of the Musos podcast.
are the musos.
Yep, we're
Yeah.
still doing it. We're still doing it.
It's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna keep doing it until someone
It's
does
not
it to me in
gonna be a
public.
thing. I don't know. I think it should. Yeah. Anyway.
That's the only
Anyway.
way it'll end. Anyway,
Yeah, we're back again, as it is pod day,
Pod
and yeah, we're going to chat about the gigs on the weekend. I had a very uneventful gig weekend. A few cruisy gigs, and then my friend got engaged, so I was extremely hungover to my second gig, and yeah, you know when you do a gig and you're just like, please, no one be there. And I got there, and there was one lady there, and she was super lovely, but like highly engaged. Every song she
it's
would
the
clap.
worst.
And then she started requesting songs, and I just like put my sunglasses on, and I was like, it's gonna be rude if I put my sunglasses on after she's seen me, but I was like,
Activate
hurts.
full rock
Everything hurts. And this venue, it's a good venue, but they put me through. They also plugged me into the wall, so they put me through the entire. They actually also put me in. They had me on downstairs. I heard on break, and I was like, oh no.
No, that's
So I'm
the
like,
way.
not only that, I have
Especially
to
when
be,
you're not on. You're not on for
you're
this
not
gig,
on.
and you're just like,
Yep.
please don't show it to everyone. The worst is when you're really not on, and it's even being like in the toilets. It's on in there.
Oh, yeah,
and you're
in the
like,
toilets,
guys,
yep.
can you?
Yeah. When you go to the bathroom and you hear your own break music
Yeah,
playing in
yeah.
the toilets, you're like,
Oh,
oh no, people hear me while they're in here.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was something. There's one person listening, super engaged, and then halfway through, some of the staff came and requested a couple songs. They're like, can you play Ed Sheeran? And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So I played Ed Sheeran for a while. And then I got not a complaint, but from the other room, some guys were having a meeting in the pub, and they asked if I could turn the bass down on whatever speaker was in like a back room was too loud.
What?
And they asked if I could turn the bass down. So it was obviously my stomp pedal. So when that happens, I just turn everything down. I'm just like, well, cool, there you go. Like,
Why they
problem
having a
solved.
meeting in the
But I'm
pub
like,
on a
why
weekend?
exactly? And there was anywhere else to go. It was pretty empty, and I was like, so I just turned it down. And I'm like, because I don't know what the EQ on this. It's not even in my control.
No,
the sound system
no.
in the background.
Yeah.
So I just turned my whole thing down. But that was great. And then, just powered through. And yeah. Speaking of Ed Sheeran, I actually watched the other day. Have you seen that Netflix thing? The new Netflix One Shot
No.
Ed Sheeran thing. I quite liked it. It's very like, have you seen Adolescence?
I still haven't seen that either. No, it's one of
No,
those where
I've-
I've heard that it's going to put you in a shit mood. And so I'm like, I kind of want to avoid it for a bit.
Yeah, I haven't. I've actually only watched the first one or two. And then I was
Yeah.
watching with Jess, and then I think she cried. And then I was like, let's stop watching this. And then we just didn't watch it anymore. And I was like, I don't know if I will watch it because it's kind of miserable.
Yeah.
But the thing about the show is the director does this thing with one shot where, I don't know if you've seen any of these clips, where the camera, the whole scene, it's quite cool. It's
There's
like in
no
real
cuts.
time.
Yeah.
There's no cuts, so
Yeah.
it's in real time. So this Ed Sheeran thing is him in New York for an hour, one shot, which is quite cool. It's really kind of refreshing to watch something that's like not cut
Yeah.
for a change, because like everything's so short form, and this is so the camera has to go through windows into rooms,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
it is
yeah.
in real time. So they've obviously like done such a good job at keeping a high flow. So he's pretty much like. He starts off at sound check in this big amphitheater thing for his show that night, and then he's like, cool. Then he walks straight out the back door and then gets in a taxi. And then the camera, I don't know how they do it. Like there is movie magic to it. The camera obviously goes through the window, and then the guy,
Yeah.
I don't know how he's holding it, how big it is, but it goes into the car.
I saw a whole bunch when Adolescence came out. Like my social media feeds were full of the ways that they shot the
drone, and then they get off the drone.
Yeah, they get off the drone.
They
They put it on, strap it onto like a car so they can do a follow scene.
It must be a pretty small thing. And at one point, I'm pretty sure he goes up, and then it kind of goes on. He gets on the bus, he gets on the tube, goes down to the train, and then he goes up. It's really cool, just cool to watch. Just this one thing of like going around New York. It feels a
Yeah.
bit. It's got the filter on it. It's a bit like hazy.
Yeah.
He goes up to a rooftop, and then they definitely put it on a crane, and the crane kind of like lowers the camera down. And while I'm watching it, I'm thinking like, because I know I've done a bit of videography now. I'm like, the way they're panning away, because all I'm trying to do while I'm watching it is I want to see the camera. I'm like, I want to see what this camera looks like. I want to see it on the crane. But they do such a good job of panning not facing the building, so there's no glass, so you can't see the
so you can't
reflection.
see,
So the camera pans the city as it comes down. I'm like, oh, it's going to look at the building. I'm going to see the camera. And then it kind of pans down. I'm like, damn you. And then goes up. And then he comes out of the elevator at the bottom and gets in the next car. And then he gets in is it Camila Cabello? I think she picks him up. It's very Hollywood because it's like, oh, friend, what are you doing here? There's a lot of genuine interaction in the street, which is quite funny because people are annoying. Like, it's a really good one to watch because people kind of suck. There's people with phones being like, hey, they get a photo with him. And then he's like, hey, man. And he does the thing right up in his face. He's obviously doing a thing, but people are rude. Some of these, like, there's this one lady, she just keeps running up and keeps getting a video. And he's like, and he has to be nice, obviously. He's also on a Netflix special. But then again, he's like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But these people, they push it. They literally are hassling him. And it's like,
you see it on a much, much, much lower scale. But when you watch, say, Ari streaming on Twitch and stuff, where he's got people coming up, like Ari, he like makes live loops as he's walking through the streets.
He's got this rig.
He's got this rig, and he's making live loops and gets people to rap and sing and blah blah blah. And then people will come and find him, and then like people just don't go away. they come up, do their bit, and then they just stay, and then it's just like they're the show now. But you see that, like, but then obviously it's escalated massively if your name's Ed Sheeran.
No, so some parts of it are like real in that sense, which is kind of cool to see. And then other parts are like when he gets in the car with Camila Cabello, you can tell. I immediately was like, okay, this car is, like how they did, what was that one that was really big for a while? The carpool karaoke?
Yeah.
And the car's actually on a trailer, like, because they're not actually driving.
That was the thing, wasn't it?
So
they were like,
that's the thing. And then people see it. And I was like, this is 100% on a trailer because he's playing the music and she's pretending to drive. So that, to me, that took me out of it a bit because I'm like, I know this isn't real. But the rest of it's this one shot thing that's trying to be real. So there's some bits in it that are like pushing that. But they also have to have, which is interesting too, I just would have liked to see the truck. This is my brain looking at the videography.
Yeah.
But on the back of the truck, they must have had like a big black awning, because otherwise, off the at one point the car turns and you can see it, but the windscreen is glass, obviously, so it just reflects the sky. So you can't film through if you have a camera and you're pointing it through like the windshield from the front outside. Don't know why I'm holding it like a gun. But you'll just get like huge reflection from the sky.
Yeah.
So they have like a big black awning, must be hanging over the front of the car that they kind of like immediately just like roll out, and then they would have some. You wouldn't be able to see, but there's a couple little like little lights up the top.
There's bound to be a BTS of this,
so you can see.
To be able to watch.
There absolutely would be, and I'd be super keen. I'd be more keen to see that. But he does, like, considering, like, he's obviously such a good performer and stuff. Yeah. Just like the stamina of it, because he's walking, talking. And then he doesn't stop. So to make it like this 1 hour show, he pretty much plays all his songs. So when he gets out of the car, he's like, cool. And then he starts playing another song as he's walking down the street.
Yeah.
And I'm interested in like the audio and stuff too. His guitar's usually plugged into a pack, but pretty acoustic. But the camera's obviously got mics on it and stuff too. But it's cool. He walks into these settings, plays live gigs, does a few loops. He's such a good looper, but it's funny because, like, I don't know, the loops, they're not like, it's not overproduced. Like it sounds, which is nice because it's kind of raw. Like it doesn't sound that good.
Yeah. It doesn't, but it's not just like
something nice
he starts
about
playing
that.
in its studio version kind of thing.
It's kind of like if you saw him walk in. Yeah. There were a couple ones that did sound better than others, but there was one of them, he like gets up on stage and plays to a thing and he's doing his loop and it's kind of like, it's all right. You know what I mean? But at the same thing, like he's doing this one, he's going spot to spot.
Yeah.
Another thing I find really interesting about Ed Sheeran is, like we were saying about, I'm a bit of a purist about like live looping and stuff, because these days you can like, Ed does this thing, which I kind of understand. Like I get it. Once you've got the pressure of playing, I don't know. I actually don't understand it because it's, you're live looping, you're a freaking great musician, and then you've got this MIDI keyboard to the side of your song.
Yeah.
And he always adds in the, for example, like Shape of You, it's the dun 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 dun. And whenever he adds the digital element, he always goes on the keys. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, and then back to 11, 12, 1. So he just goes up the keyboard
Oh, so it's not.
by-
He's not
by number.
playing the keys.
He's not
just-
playing the
they
thing.
just-
He's just hitting the button. But like, you may as well then just hit the one button one time. But also, if you did the riff, the riff is only 4 keys anyway. But like, it's because it's the stadium thing of like,
Yeah.
you get it right, and he's just in the mode, and he is doing it live, but that just pisses me off because it's like, dude, you could just play it on the keys. You could just like, but the thing is, he totally could play it on the keys. So there's definitely like a very certain reason why he's doing it, and he has like a few different octaves he does it, but he does it in every one of his loop songs, and it's because I think it sends MIDI, and then they're controlling it through they're doing the whole thing and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's also just like, I don't know. It's musically. It's like, why
could
not?
He could just do a one trigger press or whatever it is, but I think it is.
Yeah, because to me, I'm like, you could just press.
But
if it's that, you could press one key. It's the theater of him doing it. But if it's the theater of him doing it, then just like, I don't know, like just going up like that.
Do it properly.
Is just, as a musician, when you just do it properly. I mean, he just wants it properly, and it's a confusing thing, and it must just be what he's started doing. So it's one thing he doesn't have to worry about because it's more rhythmic. He's tapping it to the beat.
Yeah.
You know, da, 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 and just going up. But like, I don't know. I find that.
Yeah, it is weird. It is weird.
It's just weird because you know how talented the guy is. There's got to be more of a reason to it, or maybe it's just what he started doing at a gig. Like maybe one gig it was just like the keyboard was transposed into the wrong key at a stadium show. Like I don't know. And once you've got 100,000 people paying tickets and you do the thing wrong, you know what I mean? Like I get it. Like once it becomes this huge thing, he's probably just like, nah, just let's just move on. You know?
Yeah.
But and everyone knows he's a great performer and talented dude and stuff. So it's like he doesn't have to prove anything. But it's like, bro.
No, it's just like, and it is just that one.
They're all like really simple riffs, though.
Yeah,
you could do it with one finger. Yeah. You know, like a mum texting on a phone. You know,
like a mum texting on a phone.
You know, mums text like that, like this.
Yeah. The confused at the phone. What is happening right now?
The glasses. Yeah. Anyway, but anyway, that's it. That's the only problem I have with Ed Sheeran. The
only problem you have then.
The only problem I have with Ed Sheeran is that
MIDI keyboard.
He does the MIDI keyboard thing, which just confuses me. But besides that, I thought it was really cool. I really like that. I would recommend watching it. It's quite a production-y thing, but it's cool.
Yeah,
it was cool. It was funny watching people in the background, just be like, oh, and then like at the beginning, he walks out of a building and there's a woman in the background, and she absolutely scrambles to get her phone out of her bag. She's just like, she looks like she's just digging around. God. Oh my! And then he's just walking, and she's just like, she's doing this thing. And then of course, you know, people are nice in the way they film, but they stay away. I think that's nice. Some people just get up in his face.
I think part of the problem would have been because it's doing the one take, that the camera would have been small to come in and out and all these other things. So if
exactly.
If it was like a full-on rig.
No, you can tell it's just one guy. I reckon there would have been like a runner somewhere, like another guy there who occasionally just had to clear, because the cameraman, I don't know how he did it, but he must have been walking backwards a lot, like because there's a lot of, it's all in front of him.
Yeah.
And so either the cameraman is walking forward and he can control the camera reverse with like a controller or something. I don't know how it works, but yeah, it's very. I want to watch the behind the scenes because it's cool.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
And there would absolutely be a behind the scenes. Well, unless there wasn't a third guy, because then the third guy has to film, and then you need another guy to clear the space, and then it just becomes a crowd of people. You know? But he would have had like a wide angle.
It's a conspiracy. Yeah. Everyone's involved.
Then again, the whole thing was pretty much filmed by people on the street.
Yeah, you'd like, expect to see...
constantly people are filming him.
Yeah. That's the kind
it
of
would have been
PTSD
interesting to plan, though, because they probably would have literally just done it once. There was one bit on it when he got on a bus, like one of those tourist convertible double-decker buses.
Yeah.
And he's playing to people. There's one bit when it pauses and he goes, okay, we got stuck in traffic. I didn't realize how long traffic was. And then he like fast forwards and it shows it's all one cut, but he skips a whole song, I think, on the bus because I think it was just taking too long.
Imagine,
and they weren't getting to where they want to get to. And you could hear the police going. It was cool because there's obviously this nice organic element as like produced, and they've timed this. And he would have run the route a few times at night to like work out exactly where he had to walk and stuff, which is cool too because he's like, oh, I think it's just up here, and it was sort of casual. But they would have had to plan it out.
They planned the traffic. But that's what I say. They planned out the
probably do.
traffic.
Italian job. They like timed the lights.
It was the sixth man who was watching forward for the fifth guy, who like stepped out in front of the bus to stop it.
And then at the very end, he gets back to the concert and walks in, and the whole crowd's there, and he walks straight on the stage and just starts like looping that as his
Well, that's it. That's the thing. It's he can only do that however many shows he's playing that in that venue.
Well, that's what I mean. So it was definitely like, no, like when you watch it, you're like, fuck, this was like, if they miss this take, it's tomorrow or it's not happening. So there was a couple of bits when I'm like, if someone just, and there was a scene when they're on the tube, they're on the train, and like everyone on that tube carriage looks a bit like they're out of like an H&M catalog or something. Like it's a little bit like it is organic, but then again, he gets to the other end and there's like 4 cops. And I'm like, it is the New York tube, but I'm just like, man, there will be some funny stuff going. You know what I mean? Someone would just grab him or something. Like you don't know. Yeah. So there was definitely, it was very planned out and stuff too. And they probably even
there's going to be so.
He walks into the station and there's like a band playing, and they would have like got a bunch of the friends. Like there were people there like singing all the words to the songs, and I'm like, some of the people on this bus or in this thing are obviously like they're fans, and it's been organized by the label. Like, please come here, see a little free show. But there's like a proposal at one point, and there's like he goes to a birthday party and just like turns up and just does that thing. And it's just cool to watch just like that, even though it's very, they all must know he's coming sort of thing.
Oh no, but it's that thing, isn't it?
It's just cool because it does have this organic element as well. And I'm also watching it to be like, oh, like cameraman could trip over, or like crazy person could just like be like, hey, I'm walking here, and just like throw an iced coffee in his face. I don't know, something crazy could happen. I really liked it actually in the end. It was quite a good, it's interesting watch, but a cool thing to do, I think, as like an artist as well. Like looking at like him just doing his performances and shows and stuff. I'm like, that's such a cooler thing to do. Like it's cool to do performance, but that was just a really interesting way of being like, cool, this is my whole live set. This is like my catalog, but this is also, it just shows off that he's like,
not many musicians could do that kind of thing, though.
No, also he's like solid stamina,
and
you know that he's been like kind of training for this his whole life. Like the way he just like walks into a room and he's straight into the song. Like he's played these songs hundreds of times, but it was just the way that he did it. And there were a few bits that were like definitely a bit scripted. Like there's one bit when he kind of forgot his guitar and ran back and got it.
And
bits, and I'm like, there's a couple of bits like
that sounds like me a lot.
I did that. I tell you about that day I did the gig at the Diddy, and I just went home.
Oh, you left it?
I got home, and I left my guitar at the venue.
Whereas I leave mine at home.
Just sitting there. You leave it at home, I leave my guitar at the gig.
Yeah, you should at the gig. I leave mine at home. And I turn up, I'm like, kind of need that. Kind of need
Probably need the guitar. Except, wasn't there one time that you didn't have your guitar? What have you done in other times? Yeah.
There's a few times. There was twice. So one time I borrowed Will, got an Uber, dropped off a guitar for me. One time, Jamie, she lived around the corner, so she went and got a guitar for me. Another time was the best time was when I went into JB Hi-Fi, and they had like the cheap $200 guitars or whatever they are.
Or whatever the fuck
whatever they are. And I just went in and I was like, what's the return policy on these? And they were like, well, we just have to be able to resell it. I'm like, cool, no worries. And I bought it and took it back 3 hours later. Got a refund.
Perfect.
I think more people should do that.
And I had pickup.
Yeah. It sounded fine, to be honest. It sounded fine. I sent a text around to a bunch of people going like, hey, does anybody actually wanting to play guitar, learn guitar? Like, because this is actually fine. Like, I played it for 3 hours and it was great.
And the gig was in the Westfield?
Yeah, the gig was in the shop. So that I'm convinced that the staff were walking past and saw me doing it, and then I just like sort of took it back, and I was like, I don't need this anymore.
Like you're doing your load in, you just walk into the shopping mall, just take a trolley into JB Hi-Fi, 2 PA, 2 XLR,
it's
guitar.
It's just like
do the gig, bring it back, return it.
Yeah, and then take the guitar out of the box, put the box in the car, because then I have to put it back in the box to get it out of the car to take it
back in the box.
Yeah.
Keep the receipt.
Brilliant. Yeah, keep the receipt.
But it's practically like free marketing for that guitar out the front of the store.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's funny.
You can buy I should have a sign. You can buy this guitar in there, right over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can buy exactly.
Just sell it mid-gig and go get another one.
Yeah.
Sell it at a profit.
Yeah, I'll sign it for you. And then
Yeah.
happy days. Moving on. Like, yeah. Easy peasy.
Remember when you forgot your speaker one time? Remember I saved the day.
Oh
I was
my
like,
god!
I am free.
I didn't forget my speaker. I used the Bose
Oh, you
tower,
forgot the other half of it.
and so I only had the sub section. So
the bottom
I only
of it.
had this low end. So you brought me an S1, and it worked out well, actually. It worked out really well.
Well, the S1. Yeah, did you still use the sub?
Yeah.
Or did you just use the S1? Yeah. Because I'm thinking about buying just like a sub, like a alto cheap sub, just to put like an S1 on top, essentially, just to make my own tower. Just because the towers are kind of
Yeah, it was
pricey
fine. It
for
worked
the
out pretty
thing.
much the same thing.
It works fine because it is literally the subs are just bass, and then S1s are essentially just top end.
Yeah, it's kind of
Small speakers, but that's funny.
It worked out
I
well.
do remember that.
It worked out very well.
Yeah.
I've
worked out
run
well.
a bunch of stuff a bunch of times, and you just have to get on with it and work your way.
Oh,
around
when
it.
you
It's
forget
fun.
it's good to have good gear. Like having a Bose S1 is just great because when you do forget all your stuff, you can just plug in.
Be straight into it.
You can get away with that a lot, like with for a lot of stuff. It's not ideal, but you can. I have done gigs before when I've like just had a PA speaker and a guitar lead and a mic, and you're like, oh, I guess we're just like going in dry, and you just like input one mic, input two guitar, and you're like, this is not good. But
but
it works.
I've had to do that where I can't remember. I had my Flow 8 mixer, and it's got like the little 5-volt power thing? Is it the little? It's like a USB sort of like thing.
Oh,
the
yeah. Is it USB or is it like a DC thing?
Well, do you know that one? It like looks like a little USB kind of thing, but it's a 5-volt.
Oh, micro.
Yeah.
It's micro. Yeah.
So I plug in that, and as I plug it in, it just pushes the power connector into the unit.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm like, oh no, I'm playing a private house party. I'm like, oh no. And so I just had to go straight into the speaker. That was like, oh, this is great. I'm trying to, and then there's no way to like, just getting your levels right. Doing that, it's like the biggest.
No, that's not good.
Because you can only do it in front of the speaker, like listening, especially.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my god, actual pain in the ass. So that was fun.
Yeah, it's funny. How was your gigs?
Fine, I think. What did I do? I had a double on Friday. Did the whole Squires Jacks thing.
Squires Jacks combo.
Squires Jacks. The weirdest crowd in the world at Jacks.
Did you portal between them? How much time?
No. So there was an hour and a half between gigs,
Beautiful.
so plenty. Didn't have to activate the Will D portal this week. But the weirdest crowd ever at Jacks. Like I was constantly just like spraying and praying, just trying to find out what they wanted to hear. Like
Spraying and praying.
Spray and pray, firing from the hip, just shooting everywhere. Just like what?
Like that guy at the concert the other day, just like spitting and
exactly like that.
out.
Just on everyone, spitting on everyone, but just trying to work out what they wanted to hear because they were the most unresponsive group. But it was really lively. It was full, but just so unresponsive.
You couldn't get him.
No, it was like I was just fighting uphill the entire time, and then so you're just exhausted from that. You just like I just put way too much into this and got nothing back. Because as soon as you get something back, it's easy. Because you're like, cool, this is where we're going, and then you're going, you're sailing away.
It's crowd. You don't realize how much of that stuff you just kind of start to subconsciously learn when you've got that, and then you get the song, and you're like, cool, okay,
cool.
If you like that, you will like this. Like the little tree starts. You're like, if you like that, then you like this. If you like that, then you like this.
Yeah.
But if you just get nothing, you're just like, cool, okay, we're gonna try R&B. And then you get nothing in there. You're like, okay, we're going to try really cheesy shit that I don't want to play.
Yeah.
And then, like, if that doesn't work, you're like, oh, well, maybe my sound, the speakers aren't loud enough. Turn up the speakers a bit. All these different
things. And you're just like, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
And then you get the end of the night, and then people are like, oh, that was really good. Really enjoyed that. And you're like, no, you didn't.
Where were you?
Bastard. Where were you? It's like, where have you been? Oh, they're like, oh, come on, play some more. No, fuck you.
Yeah. No, they do that. That's the worst one. Yeah, at the end.
Where have you been
when you
all
finish, and they're like,
fucking
"Oh my
night?"
god!" And it's like,
They're like, oh,
yeah,
you
it's
finished
like, dude,
already? It's like, bro, I've been here for fucking 3 hours.
You gave me nothing.
No,
the whole time.
Bastards. All of them. All of them.
All of them.
Yeah,
nice.
And then I had a beautiful wedding on Saturday.
Yeah, they're like nice beach wedding.
Yeah, the wedding was on the beach, and then the ceremony, the reception was back at Shoal Bay Country Club, which was really nice. It was really hot on the beach, really hot.
Yeah,
there was a lot of wind, but it was
sand
really hot.
just absorbs heat, and then it.
But it was just a hot day. It
Reflects.
was like 32, 33, something like that, and you're just
yeah.
out in the sun. I managed to perch myself up on the bank. There was like a little bit of
Purge
shade.
yourself. Purge myself after 4 coffees.
Yeah.
Purge. Nice, up high.
Yeah, and I came down to the ceremony. I set up at the reception. I came back to the ceremony, and then came down to the ceremony. Celebrant was there. She was just like roasting hot. She was like,
Yeah.
she's just having a bad time. She's like worried about her paperwork flying away in the wind.
Oh, totally. On beach, I saw the picture. It stressed me out because I'm like, beaches are just not usually still.
No.
There's always pretty strong breeze, and everything that you put there, like altar, flowers, table, chairs, sand. As soon as the wind goes, sand is just skimming, and then it's like, yeah.
And there was so many people walking like through the ceremony just before it happened. Like you're just like, guys, like,
beach people.
Just beach people.
People suck.
It's like there's clearly something going on.
There's
here.
the classic, and they just do the no, it's a public beach. You choose to get married on
I'm
the beach.
allowed
I can
to
walk through,
be?
and it's like,
It's
just
like, bro,
fuck
come
off. It's their
on.
one day.
Yeah, it's
Walk
not even
the
going to
other
be
way.
long. It's not even going to be long.
You can see the rest of the beach. It looks fucking the same as the beach behind you. Walk the other way. It's just sand and water.
I'll just go up and around the
same.
back. Like, come on.
No, I know.
But so
hate
luckily when it was all sort of coming together, like that stopped and people started moving around the back rather than in front of the shot and stuff. So that was fine. But I came to, I was setting up. I said to the celebrant, I was like, look, I'm gonna go back to the car. I'm gonna put some sunscreen on. I'm gonna change into my shirt. And I'm losing my boots. And she was like, I do not blame you. So I like, boots came off. I'm just there barefoot. I'm barefoot in the ceremony. Yep. But the thing is, I'm also then just buried my feet in the sand, so you can't really tell. So I'm like, if anyone gets a picture, it's like, you can't see. I actually don't have any feet.
Yeah.
So I was like,
what was your setup? Was it just like an S1 on a
S1,
stick?
yeah. It's on a
up off the ground.
Forgot my
speaker
stand. But luckily, because I'm up on the bank.
Oh, on a tuft of grass.
I'm up on a bank. So I'm
it's high enough.
I'm above everyone, so I'm literally just putting it on
sweet.
me. So I'm at head height anyway.
You should get like a helmet.
A speaker, like they used to
Except
film
the feedback
show
loop.
At the start.
If you look down, yeah, it's a speaker on your head. Or like a special, like it has like a stick that comes off the top,
like Tinky Winky.
It's like like Tinky Winky.
Yeah, I reckon that would wreck your neck.
It wouldn't wreck your neck. You could get like a back mount, and then from the rear, you know, those camera things that come over your head.
A little overcomplicated. So like the carrot on the stick kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like that, except maybe you're the tower, and that's like the column off your back. That's a serious one-man band.
The other way is just remember the speaker stand. Like that's.
Or remember a speaker stand.
Yeah, because the thing is, I don't often have to remember speaker stands.
Will D there, he'll just hold it up.
He'll just hold it up. Yeah, he'll walk
What's
around.
that thing?
With
What movie is that from? What's that thing called when they hold up the speaker? There's a movie it's from, and I never get the reference. But people say it's like the thing. People will know what I'm saying. You know the whole the boombox above the head thing outside the window.
Is that a movie thing? I thought that's just a thing.
There's I think there's like an original of that. Oh. And sometimes the other day someone said whatever the reference to the original was, and I was like, yeah, I don't know what that is.
No idea.
Anyway,
yeah, I never really have to bring speaker stands with me anyway because I've got 2 Bose towers, so I don't use stands.
I've got an idea for a ceremony.
Okay. I do.
Wireless transmitter from your mic.
Yep.
Wireless transmitter from your guitar.
Yep.
Bride walks in.
Yep. Holding the
speaker above her head. With you playing wirelessly out of it.
Yeah.
And then you sing, and she walks down the aisle.
Yeah, beautiful.
with you playing.
Beautiful.
That would
there's
work.
the other
You should have
thing.
done that.
The other thing, ceremony songs. One, all of them great songs, except for the one song. I fucking hate this song. "Ordinary" by Alex Warren.
Yes.
It's a terrible song. Lyrically
Ordinary.
awful, right? Lyrically,
What are the words?
Genuinely. It
To
makes
the
no
ordinary.
sense.
What does he rhymes with ordinary? It's ordinary. What's the next one?
Take
To
me
the
out.
ordinary.
Dead and
Ordinary.
buried.
Dead and buried.
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. To the
Yeah, and it's like,
dead and buried.
yeah, I want you laying, right, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down till we're dead and buried. On the edge of your knife, staying
I
drunk
want
on
you laying me down.
Yep, until we're dead and buried. On the edge of your knife.
Romantic.
On the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your vine.
Nice.
And then the angels up in the
it's not
clouds are
good.
jealous, knowing we found something so out of the ordinary.
And it loops back again.
No, and then it goes,
Yeah, it's not
you've
great,
got
is it?
you've got me kissing the ground of your sanctuary. And it's just like, what are you even fucking talking about?
I know.
Because like the opening verse is saying about how it's like holy water's watered down, this town lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually. So if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the mundane our masterpiece. What are you fucking saying?
Yeah.
It's so annoying how bad this song is. But it's just
Alex,
like
what are you
that.
saying, man?
It's acoustic Imagine Dragons. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. And the production's
that's
good,
it.
and
It's
that's
just
what carries the
production.
whole thing.
It carries.
It's just that chorus and the
it just
energy and the
sounds-
drums.
it sounds
and without
like it's a
that,
big song, but it's
yeah,
fucking terrible.
I wonder how he does it live. I bet he does with all the production.
Oh, do you know what
man.
annoys me as well?
'Cause
Because
it's
honestly, because I hate this song, I have had to listen to it so much in order for it to stick in my head. Because I
just wait for Spotify
my brain is
Wrapped.
like, get out, get out, get out.
You're going to be like his top fan.
Well, the next day I couldn't stop singing it, right? So I've got a new method now of learning songs that you hate, and it's don't do it on the day, do it the day before. Because the next day I could not stop singing that song. And so on the way, so it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours drive to the gig. So I'm like, cool, I'm just gonna hammer this until it's just ingrained in my head. Because
in the
I know
car.
it's a
Yep.
hot day,
I've done that.
and I know I'm gonna be on the beach, and my iPad is going to get cooked, and it's going to turn off.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so I
it does do
need
that.
to have this in my head. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Get the song on repeat. And then, do you know, I've got this thing where I just notice little things that people do, and I just can't go past them. Then that's all I can think about. He sings so nasally. Do you know how people do that? Like, it's almost like it's singing on easy mode, because that you don't. It's hard to explain, but you can't really go far from the note, because you just like you're singing with stabilizers on, and he sings like
Yeah, okay.
He's basically singing like that. He's like humming it.
I'll listen to it
with
again.
his mouth.
Yeah. Weird.
And that's how he sings. And so it's just like, you fucking sing like a weirdo as well. I don't like it. I
probably so you don't hear the
really don't
words.
like it.
Probably so you don't hear the words.
It's and it's all super nasal, and so that annoyed me.
Yeah.
It annoyed the hell out of me. But yeah, I listened to that song on repeat, and then it was a good job I did. iPad didn't die, but
Yeah, that's a very good point for weddings that you don't think of.
Yeah.
You think of everything for a wedding, and you plan all the stuff, and then on the day, sunlight on your iPad screen,
Yeah,
your
it
iPad just goes,
cooks
temperature
it.
too hot, it just turns
Turns
off,
off.
and you're like, cool, I have to sing ceremony.
yeah, and there's no way to put it. To cool down.
I've occasionally done, like, I used to when I first started weddings, I'd always have printouts, which is backup in my bag, and never need to use them, because they blow away and they're a nightmare. And then recently I might start doing it if I've got one of them. I've got a Kindle, and you can just download Ultimate Guitar, just save it as a PDF, and you can, on Amazon, you can email it to the Kindle, and you can just have it on there. So I've been thinking about, I think I've done that once on there, and I reckon that's a good idea for that.
Just
reason.
on that, I recently got distracted whilst trying to do things and found a YouTube video that shows you how to jailbreak your Kindle, and I did that. So you can just
run Windows on it.
well, you can run loads of stuff on it, but you can then just drag and drop stuff onto it as well. You don't have to do the email.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, that stupid Amazon thing.
Yeah, it's stupid. But yeah, so I was speaking to the celebrant actually about the overheating thing, and she was saying that she's had hers is overheated before, and she was doing a stand-in for someone else because they were sick. So she didn't know anything about the couple. She was just reading the notes.
My God.
And she was like, it overheated. And she was like, I didn't print. And she was like,
oh my God.
Just like scrambled to her phone.
They don't cool down for a while.
No,
sometimes it's good like 20 minutes.
She managed to pull her phone out, sit it on top of the iPad, and just finish the ceremony off with the because she had it on her phone.
It went during the ceremony.
Yeah, it went during.
No.
So there was a part
so
where
bad.
I think they're doing the vows, and then it overheats in her hands, and she's like, "Fuck!" And so she like pulls out the phone.
Yeah.
And like pulls it up.
This is such a thing for wedding ceremonies. If it's sunny, keep your iPad, like take it off. Sometimes I angle it on my stand so there's no light going directly on it, or put it in like a bag, literally like esky bag it. I've thought about it. It's one of those things I forget about when I'm not there, but like getting some sort of, you got an iPad case that has the flap, and then just putting aluminium foil on the outside, just reflecting, just so it doesn't
cooking
like,
everyone.
because it does cook. Your iPad will literally just cook in the sun in like 10 minutes and then just like turn off.
Yeah. And so, so I was sort of worrying about that a little bit, but the other songs I knew them inside out. I could play them easy peasy, not even think about it. But it was just this stupid one. And then because of like location and all these other things, they were just having the one entrance song. And there were a couple of bridesmaids coming in, and then a couple of kids as well. But they're coming in on the beach. There's no pace. You can't come in fast. No. And so I think I played the song for like 9 minutes.
What? Oh my God.
I just keep playing it.
Just keep going.
I think it was like 9 minutes. It was going and going and going and going. And I'm like, as we get into
where did they come from?
Well, the thing is, I think they started like way back at the top. You know, you have the walk down. I think they started that, and then they've all got to navigate that, and then they've all got to walk along the sand and then come around.
Was this Ordinary?
Ordinary. And
luckily you heard it for much longer than 9 minutes in the car.
Yeah. And so the thing was like, as much as I had heard it, I was like, I am not learning the bridge. I draw the line at the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
So we just do the verse, chorus, back to the top, verse, chorus. And then I'm like, and then she arrives, and I'm like, I'm just hammering chorus again and again and again. I can't keep singing these verses.
Just slowing down and that last chord when she got to the altar must have just been like,
but then it's never just like they arrive at the altar and it's done. It's like,
no, you do a little bit.
There's a little bit more.
They do the hug and the flowers go to...
and all these different bits. And you're just like, I'm still singing this fucking chorus. It's so annoying.
You probably owe him like $20 in royalties for how long that went.
Probably. I'll shove it in his nose. So that was... that was definitely something. I still hate that song, but then I think genuinely now I might try this if I have a song that I don't like or a song that I need to learn, rather than like going, okay, I'll dedicate an hour's drive to it on the car on the way there, to hammer it for an hour the day before, because the way I was the next day, it would not leave my head.
You don't have to listen to a song too much. I've done it many times, and my Spotify Wrapped is cooked because it's just
mine's just
some
random
song.
Mine's break music, always. Every time it's break music, break music
Makes
every
sense.
time. So I don't listen to music anymore either, so that doesn't help matters.
No, me neither. People get so surprised when I say that, but I feel like you're not a real musician unless you sit in the car in silence for an hour and a half. That's what I'll take.
Because you don't want to hear anything.
You don't want to hear anything. I literally I spend most of my time not listening to music. Like my Spotify is like, I don't listen to much of that stuff on Spotify. I do not listen to the radio. I'm usually pressing the button on my car until it's just off.
No,
I think that's kind of part of being a musician. It's like just like vibrations into my ears. That's my job. So let's just like have none of that.
I'm a podcast audiobook guy. I have always got something.
Yeah, podcast guy. Yeah,
I love that.
I've had recently. It's funny getting older. I'm now 31.
The oldest man I know.
And the other day, for the first time, I experienced like I've always appreciated silence and quiet, but never have I got home and I just was like, all I want is just to sit over there and just to be like quiet. I've never wanted that. I'm usually like, give me something in my ears. But
I'm gonna put some wisdom on this. You think you appreciate it now? You think you appreciate it now? Wait until there are little Toms running around.
Yeah.
And then you will really appreciate silence. I'll just give you that one.
Yeah. It's like just quiet. But it's funny how like
stillness.
When you're younger, you just want like stuff. Yeah. You're just like, oh, I would watch something, I'll do something like this.
I'll tell you what, I just want like
I want an absence of it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what was the other day. Just randomly, I decided I'm going to put some music on just around the house, and that was actually really nice. And it was nice just to have some music on in the back of the house. But it's because I don't usually have it. But that was actually quite nice.
No, oh nice.
Yeah.
It's like that's what it's for.
Imagine. Oh yeah. So so after this wedding ceremony, back to the reception. Mm-hmm. Canapes and this, that, and the other. Right, just chill. Everyone's just vibing. And so do you like how sometimes they've got something for the guests? Like when they give their seating arrangement, there's something for them.
Yeah, sometimes there can be like, well, it's something like cute, like my friend's wedding, they had little bottles of, they're Italians, had little bottles of like chili olive oil on each of their seats.
So this one, where there was a big like sort of wall of where everyone's sitting and all that kind of thing. On each person's name was put on. The dread in me when I saw this initially, a tambourine. So everybody had a tambourine.
Wait, for everyone?
Everybody had a tambourine with their name on it.
Where do they put them? Like small ones?
They were like
oh my god, that's horrific.
The size of a side plate, maybe. Like,
oh no,
and I'm like, oh,
one tambourine is a musician's nightmare usually, because someone in the crowd has this thing and they're out of time. And the problem with the tambourine is it cuts through everything. And you don't need a mic on a tambourine. There's a reason there's no mics on tambourines.
It's a nightmare for a musician, and it's even more of a nightmare for a looping musician who has to keep time. Oh my god,
yeah. And the bleed, it comes through.
It comes through everything.
Even if I'm looping, like if I'm live looping, and the bartender starts shaking a cocktail, that comes through into my guitar, and then every time my loop plays, I hear chicka, 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 chicka. And once I've had it where it was in time. And it was actually quite good.
You're like,
but
wait a minute.
If they're in time,
you've got a thing going
on
right here. So I was filled with dread seeing that immediately. And I was like, oh, no. Here we go, kind of thing.
Wait, so were they just like in a pile? Like it was like take one? Or did they actually like
No. So there was a big wall, and on each individual person's one had their name on it.
Oh my God. That's a whole thing. Because I've seen like, I know weddings, sometimes it's like, welcome to the reception, and it's like, take a shot, and it's got like everyone's names and it has like a shot glass. I've seen that before, which is, it's kind of like a large...
but there was everybody had a tambourine. I was like, no, God, no, please, no.
How many guests? Do you know roughly?
Probably about 80.
That's a lot of tambourines.
That's a lot of tambourines.
That's a lot of tambourines. Oh my God. Yeah.
And so I was like, oh no, here we go. But to my surprise, people kept time. And the ones who couldn't keep time just shook instead of hitting.
Okay.
And so it was like, yes. Yes. You did it. I was the most surprised I think I've ever been.
That's so funny.
Because
That's funny.
people can't keep time.
What was it kind of like that? Was it supposed to be that, when the bride and groom enter, everyone's like, yeah, and shaking them,
so they were doing
and then,
that kind of thing. And
when they have a drink, it's like the glass
Yeah.
chinking.
I think the mother of the bride was Greek. And so it's kind of more of a cultural kind of thing, and they were just banging things or whatever. So they did a couple of there were a couple of Greek songs. Not so
Did you have a
instrumentals.
bouzouki player?
Well, no. So I played a couple of them.
You were, that wasn't me. Yeah,
and
okay.
And so they were doing a couple of the other dances and stuff like that, which was really fun because it was like there was one of them.
Because you won't know them, but you put them on, and they'll all just rise to this thing, and you're like,
and I'm like, wait,
oh my
I've
God.
actually heard this before.
Yeah.
And there's the one, I don't know which one it is. I couldn't tell you. I can't even tell you what it goes like.
I've done a few Greek weddings.
And they then dance.
Yeah,
and then it gets
there's a
faster and
couple-
faster and faster and faster and faster.
Yeah.
That
I
one.
have seen that one, yeah.
And there's, at the start, I'm playing it and I'm like, this is really slow. Cause I'm kind of on the
You've got the
DJ.
tempo slider too.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And I'm like, this is really slow. And I overhear like two people saying, this is really slow. And I'm like, do I stop pushing this tempo? Have I put a wrong version on where it stays slow? Because I don't really know. And I'm like, I'm tempted to push this up. Luckily, I didn't, because then it got really fast.
It sped up.
It gets faster and faster and faster as it goes. But it was it was good, quite wholesome actually. The
nice.
ceremony itself, the reception itself was actually really good.
I love a Greek wedding.
The one of the really funny things was I sent through a Google Doc to couples to ask them about music, what they want, what the timings of things, blah blah blah. And on the request for songs, there was like a whole bunch of stuff, clearly all in one taste, written out by the same person, Harry Styles, and there's all these different things, like all the same, the kind of thing, easy
vibe.
And then bottom of the list, written capitals have all gone out of existence. They don't exist anymore.
Also, do you think it's been added on?
Yeah, so it's been added
Or
on
do
the
you reckon
bottom
it was
of the
a
list.
drunk ad?
No,
Like
it's added
2
on
a.m.
at the
It's like,
bottom of the list by someone else.
Sandstorm.
Clearly someone else is 4
Yep.
Slipknot songs. And I'm like, fucking brilliant. And then I spent the week beforehand trying to find a way to just mix Slipknot into something subtly.
Yeah.
And there is no possible way of doing it.
There's no way. It can't be done.
It can't be done. There is so much going on and it's so full on. But so I'd emailed and I was like, I'm looking forward to playing this Slipknot. It's quite left of field. It's not often you get to just throw some Slipknot at a wedding reception. I'm like, I'm looking forward to this. It'll be fun. And the bride is like, well, I'll only do it if it's a vibe. I'm like, okay, I'll try. But, if the groom comes up and asks me, I can't not,
There's a bit of that too. I personally think bride always wins. But if it's in there, that's why it's interesting when you're at a wedding and then like someone comes up and they're like, you got to play this. And I'm like, sorry, you're not wearing the authoritative badge that is the wedding dress. I don't think you get to throw that one. If it's something that fits, it can be okay. Yeah. But then sometimes it's hard too, because sometimes it's like, could be the bride's dad. Could be the person paying me all the money.
It could be like an in-joke for the family.
And sometimes it is.
Yeah.
You've got to scan them and look them up and down. Look at, are they holding a drink? Are they slurring? Are they... Or are they that guy at the party who's like, you got to play this, and like nobody wants it.
Yeah, and it just
because sometimes those ones you've got to be like, oh mate, I just don't have reception here or something. Because it's like I do know that everyone else, you're going to be there being like, yeah, and then everyone else is going to be like, what the hell? And then I enabled this. I am now enabling that guy.
But I played two Slipknot songs, and both times it cleared the dance floor.
Oh, really?
Except for the groom came up with his mates both times.
Not a vibe.
Cool.
Okay.
But then just work it back. Come on, we'll pull
work
you
it
all back.
Bring it back.
Come on.
That's it's funny. But yes, it is that. It is that. And sometimes there is a bit of that because the groom's just like, it's his.
But at the end of that,
he
came up like he wasn't like the entire, all the speeches, everything, everyone was saying about how he's just like almost mute, doesn't say anything. And he came up at the end of the night. He was like, I really, really enjoyed that. So I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
As long as that's all that matters, really. You get one day, you get 2 songs. It's fine. Like,
yeah. Exactly.
A lot of people.
And you'll remember that.
Yeah, no.
You'd be like, I'd Slipknot at my wedding.
Yeah. Yeah, played
100%.
a couple of Slipknot songs. I did find I've said this to you before, but there's this mix of Get Lucky and BYOB by System of a Down that is fucking
that's mad.
brilliant. It works so well. That was one of the things that pulled everyone back together because
really? Okay.
Yeah, because the System of a Down, he's a Slipknot fan. He's gonna like System of a Down.
Yeah.
And then
That's
it's
sick.
Get Lucky. So everyone else is like, cool,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right, I'll do this.
Everyone's
one.
like, I get this.
Yeah, and
That
it's easy
Get
to
Lucky
go.
riff.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I found the perfect middle ground.
Yeah, that's it.
But I only have
Yeah.
one song that does it. So
Yeah, you've literally wed them.
yeah,
Wed the songs.
works immaculately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was
that's awesome.
good.
How did you find ceremony to? Because you were doing ceremony, reception, and then DJ.
Yeah.
How did you find timing from? Was there like much time to get in and set up after ceremony? Like
I set up before
people came.
I set up before.
You set up before, then went
and
back
went
to the
the
beach.
ceremony. And then,
How far was the ceremony?
About 2Ks down just to further down the
easy.
beach,
Yeah, okay.
essentially. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And because it was like 3.
And you
4
did
PM,
you do your live setup just right next to your DJ setup?
Yeah. So it's right next to it. So it was really simple, straightforward.
How'd you feel DJing like compared to the other weeks?
It's so much more
Confidence.
comfortable now. So much more
okay.
comfortable now. Yeah, getting
Yeah,
the
just
reps
after a
in
couple.
and sort of like,
Yeah.
and just understanding it a bit better. But I didn't really. I spent so much time trying to work Slipknot in that I didn't really prep the set so much. I think prepping the set is kind of the most important thing for me at the moment, just at the beginning. Just
Like just having the list of knowing where you're going to go.
yeah, kind of. Not necessarily like in what order or stuff, but just having a whole bunch of songs that are similar BPM is like kind of, it makes it easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's kind of the main thing, because then you can just
admin of it.
you loop the drums in, and then you can just swap over, and it's
To the
easier.
next one, exactly. Yeah.
Whereas if you're trying to go drastically different, it can be transitions and not necessarily a strong suit at the start.
I love that on virtual DJ, that little pop up you get, and it's just like, this is in a close key, so we just did it for you.
I turned it off. I didn't like it.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, you can turn it on. You can keep it on and turn it off, but I'm like, I want it to.
It depends how far it pulls it, though. You don't want it. You still want to know, because when it sounds weird, you're like, oh, this is actually just.
Yeah, because sometimes if it shifts,
sometimes
it sounds a bit weird.
sometimes you want to move to that key. You want to get there eventually. Anyway, that's where you want to go. Otherwise, if you do it for too long, you will end up just staying in the same key.
Yeah, the entire gig.
But then again,
Everything
that is ideal if you're like playing the trumpet or sax or something.
Yeah.
For someone.
Yeah, true.
But yeah.
But I'm not doing either of those things. No. Yeah, so I set up beforehand when it was the ceremony. And then luckily, like it was like 3-4 p.m. So when I first arrived to set up, there was kind of parking was a nightmare to unload and stuff. But luckily then by 3-4 p.m. it all sort of dissipated. Most people have gone from the beach at that point. So it wasn't so bad then. And then, just cruised on in for the rest of the night. Did just a standard sort of DJ kind of set. Nothing really outrageous aside from the Slipknot. But it was quite a straightforward thing.
Nice.
And then lovely drive
Sounds good.
home.
Tambourines make it to the dance floor, I assume.
Yeah. So there was one. The same as always. There's one pocket of the friends group who just. I'm just there for they just want to party. They just want to dance.
Yeah,
they just want to keep dancing, and they were
100%,
dancing. And like, come the end of the night, there was this one woman who is just like holding her drink. She's almost the last person in the venue, and she's just holding her drink, and she's got her eyes closed, and it's almost like she's praying to it. She's just like holding it there,
Praying to the
just
drink.
like gently rocking. And it's like, you've had a good night.
Yeah. Had a good night.
You've had a good night. You'll have a terrible morning, but you've had a good night. It's one of those kind of
That's
things.
funny. That's so funny.
But
Yeah. I was thinking the other day, when was the last time you watched free-to-air TV?
oh, God knows. I tell you what. No, actually, I'll watch it once a year. Oh no,
Once a year?
4 times a year. 3 times a year. 3 times a year, I watch it for the Origin games. That's it.
Oh, sure. Sports. I was thinking, I reckon there is because I was at, the other week, Jess was getting her floors done, so she was in Airbnb for a couple of nights, and there's like, you open up the smart TV and it's Netflix and it's logged into some random's account.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing. So in the end, we were just like, we couldn't even get in for some reason. It was like, you need to go to the family plan, and we're like, oh, whatever. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to bother logging in.
You're not on your home address, that kind of thing.
No. So free TV. Oh, man, like there's something about free TV. There's something about, like, because these days we're just inundated with content, every single thing, right? There's something about having these channels that are just running and you just have to find what's on, and that is just it. Because you have like, I remember Netflix brought in like Shuffle for a while. It's the dumbest thing ever. You just shuffle, just put something random on. You don't want to watch it. You spend literally 90 minutes browsing Netflix for something to watch.
But that's the thing anyway. That's how I treat Netflix. Is me and Jade will sit down and we're like, right, we've got a meal. We're ready to go. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna watch something, and we spend the time trying to find something. Finished. Okay, I'm done now.
No, done. No, 100%. And like, I think that's exactly what's wrong with like these days. We just have way too much choice. Like our brains can't even handle the amount of choice we have. Even with like producing music, you can change all the settings. Back when they made these old songs, they would like record them on like 4 tracks and stuff. And now there's something so nice about being like, we got no internet. We just have to watch the free TV. And then you end up finding something like recently. When you flick through and you find something that's like not awful or complete garbage, you're like, oh, like we flicking through like Matrix Reloaded. I'm like, I'm never gonna watch Matrix Reloaded, but like it was just on, and it's like at this part of the movie, and it's bizarre, and you're just watching that for a bit, and then I didn't stay there, but Jess texted me the next night. She went home, and Monty Python was on.
Oh, I fucking
I'm like,
love
fucking
Monty
brilliant.
Python.
Can you imagine turning on the TV and Monty Python? But like you get that, like it's like a win when it's always there. You can watch it anytime. But when it's on now, you just sit there and you're so like, it's funny that it's like this, it's like mindfulness, like being present when you watch free to air TV. You just have to watch the thing. And then in the ads, you can do the dishes, or you could do the bit, or you can kind of like, there's something about it that is kind of like, it's reminding me of like, how people must feel about the vinyl and stuff. And I kind of reckon if it can hang on long enough before these stations get shut down because their costs are too high and they make no money, I kind of reckon there could be like an opportunity there, especially since how expensive subscriptions are getting. You start putting some better stuff on TV.
Oh, okay.
And some cheese, and
Yeah,
keep
but
those
that's not
those ads. They're like nostalgic. I was watching some ads the other day, and I'm like,
Yeah,
they haven't even remade this ad. This ad is 20 years old. They're still running it.
Yeah, but the problem with that is it'll. I see the
It will die.
because it'll just be a money grab again. So it'll just turn back into what it already is now.
No, totally.
So,
But there is just something. Anyway, I think my point is there's just something nice about like the old ways, which is like everything, like using the calling on the phone.
I love
all these old things.
I love how
the old ways, and I'm like, there is just like a
fantastic
quality to it that is like, and then the same thing. People go like, I tell my parents, I'm like, oh, vinyl and stuff, and my dad's always like, why the fuck would you buy vinyl? It is such a waste of time. Like we invented CDs and downloadable stuff for a reason, because it's better, because vinyls are annoying. You got to flip them over.
Yeah.
You got to do this thing. But then here I am with like a record player, and like you like the art of like putting the needle on the track and stuff. And
Well, yeah, it's
people who had it are like, this is inconvenient.
Yeah.
And Netflix is so much better because you can just pick whatever you want, start whenever you want. You don't have to wait. But there is still an element of like,
Well, it's the slowing down, isn't it? Because everything's so fast paced, and so sometimes it's nice to just like slow down, which is why some people enjoyed having the sort of lockdown during the pandemic. It's like because everything got to slow down quite a lot, and then people are like, oh, actually, this is all right.
This is actually yeah. No, totally.
And so people
we move so fast. I saw a thing the other day which was talking about how like. Apparently some TV shows now, they're writing the scripts dumb enough.
I saw this.
So you can second screen.
Yeah. So you don't have to watch it. So they over-explain everything so that you don't have to actually pay attention.
Pay attention to the thing.
It's called like second screen something or other.
Yeah.
Don't they? Yeah. It's actually cooked.
It is totally cooked. And it's kind of like the combination of like, like so you can watch your short form content while you're also watching TV, which is what a lot of people are doing, and they're not really consuming anything. Anyway,
I second screen all the time. Like, I'm not going to pretend I'm above it.
Yeah.
I have something on pretty much all the time, but I think I can still follow a solid plot. There's certain things where I'm low. I can't second screen this because I will need to pay attention, kind of thing. There's a couple of shows that are like that, or the ones that are really good are the ones where you're trying to second screen it and you keep watching. You can I'm trying to do my invoices.
That's when you stop. You find yourself and you keep going back. You got to keep going back because you keep missing it. And you're like,
you're just like, I'm trying to do my invoices on this screen, and then on this one, I've got it on, and you're just like, this is too good. I can't not watch this, that kind of thing.
It's crazy.
You get those.
Wild. We are consumers of everything.
Yeah, but what? Here we are, Mr. Consumer. What is the biggest item that you think you could shoplift?
Shop. But does shoplift mean from a shop?
Yeah. Well, where else would you be shoplifting from?
Give me a store. I'm like stealing a car or something.
What do you think you could shoplift without, like, get in, grab the car and get out without anyone noticing? Like, that kind of thing. What's the biggest item you think you could do?
By shoplift, you mean steal.
Yeah.
Not like chuck under your shirt.
No, you get out without anyone knowing. What's the biggest thing you could get away with?
I don't know. I reckon you could just do like you just hang around a petrol station all day and wait for truck drivers to come. And then when you see one of them just kind of pop out to do something, you just get straight in.
That's not shoplifting. That's just Grand Theft Auto.
Steal. Okay.
You have to go into a shop.
You have to go into it has to be in a shop.
Yeah. Because it's shoplifting, not stealing a truck.
The biggest item.
Yeah, it's the biggest item. So if you like, easiest one, like this would be something like chewing gum, say. Although it's right at the front, so it's quite difficult. Yeah. So I'm saying easy. You pocket it, right? So then we get bigger, right? So you can get an apple in a pocket.
Yeah.
And you get bigger.
Yeah, no, you got to get. You'd have to do something like sneaky. Like you'd have to like, I don't know. You'd walk in with like a beach ball or something that looks like it's full of air, but it's hollow, and then you just like fill it.
It looks like it's full of air, but it's hollow.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's not pressurized.
Okay.
It's solid, but that's not because the air's pushing it out.
Okay.
It's actually just like it's fillable.
Okay, yeah, it's fillable.
But it looks like it's pressurized, so then no one would suspect it.
What would you put in there?
Yeah, everything.
Well, yeah, but what's the biggest thing?
Sneaky.
What's the biggest singular thing? Not what's the most amount of stuff you could take.
Well, like what's the biggest stuff in a shop? It'd be like a big box of cereal.
I reckon I could get an extendable ladder out of a Bunnings.
But then that's only big because you extend it. You have to extend it before you
leave.
leave.
It's just a big old ladder. Maybe all right, and just a
from
ladder.
Bunnings.
I reckon.
Ladder will be easy.
A ladder.
High visit. You just pretend you're working on the Bunnings.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you'd go in there. You'd go in the aisle where the ladders are, and then you'd get the ladder out. Then you put it down, and then you'd go up and like change a light bulb.
Yeah.
At the Bunnings, and then you put the ladder under your arm, and then you walk out.
Yeah.
And then you give the bulb to the person at the checkout and say, "Look, I just replaced this bulb. This is for like aisle 14." No worries.
Yeah, but the thing is, you'd need to know the aisle because the Bunnings person would be like, "That is not aisle 14."
They'd be like, "No, that's Poplands.
That's not aisle 14. That's aisle 22, section Z. Fuck you. I know your
aisle
game.
9 3/4.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah. To be honest, at Bunnings, I think as long as you smile at the person by the door in the face, I reckon you could walk out with literally anything.
Yeah.
It's an honor system these days.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not though. I did see a thing the other day that like theft is going up in a bunch of places, and in Woolies and stuff, they're doing a lot more stuff now.
Woolies is I'm fed up of talking about Woolies, but at the same time, right? I don't do my shop at Woolies. I will pop into Woolies every now and again, maybe. And I've usually been somewhere else, and every single fucking time that AI camera thing they've got says, "You've forgotten something." It's like, no, you've forgotten to fuck off.
It's funny, isn't it? I like how it.
I just don't. I like how it makes me want to go there less.
It's programmed with this like guilty until proven innocent thing, where it's just like you're a criminal.
Yeah, straight away.
And then you have to prove to that person standing there that you're not.
Yeah.
And then it's fun. It is funny though because it just says, it doesn't tell you that it thinks you're being a criminal.
Yeah,
But then if you
it's
see
like,
when they
did you
come
pack
over
everything?
and scan their card, when they come and scan their card, it says it in language that's not supposed to be like,
Yeah.
you know, I think you're stealing this thing, but it's just like, and it circles like your car keys or something,
Yeah.
because it thinks you're grabbing the thing. Yeah, anti-theft.
Stupid.
Yeah. They're sneaky little robots, and it's because they can get the robots to do it. Because there's no like, that's the thing, is like, you're not going to go to like a really old lady and be like, hey ma'am, are you stealing that? You know what I mean?
wouldn't
Like
steal a
people
car.
don't do it. Exactly, it's that.
You
It's exactly
wouldn't
that. But the
steal
robot
an
would be like,
extendable ladder.
this old lady looks dodgy.
I could do it with a ladder, actually.
Could you?
I need to get on my roof. I could do it cleaning my solar panels. Because I think
Oh,
they
yeah,
are
solar.
actually filthy. Yeah.
Yeah, you should clean them.
Yeah. I need a ladder.
need a ladder.
So if you think you could get one out of Bunnings for me.
So anyway, I've just been trying to work it out.
Yeah.
I've probably got a ladder you can borrow.
Yeah,
But,
we're just getting it up all the way up the coast.
I feel like you could get like your speaker stands,
The
your
ones I
DJ
forget.
table.
We'll stand them on top of each other.
And you could make some sort of
Makeshift
rack
staircase
to get up there.
Yeah.
PA case.
Yeah. Why
Get on
not?
your roof, clean solar panels. Nice.
Yeah. But I think
Does that save you money? That comes off your bill. Goes back to the. No, wait. Does that?
No, it doesn't. It only excess goes back into the system.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
do not have excess.
No.
Given my electricity bill, I think they're charging
Yeah.
me for having solar.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think you can use the sun? Screw you. That's our sun.
Bastards. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it for us for today.
Yeah. Thank you
think-
for listening. Thanks for coming in. We'll be back next week. We are going to continue our list of favorite things.
Yeah, we'll continue a list of favorite things because we didn't do it this week.
L to Z. We didn't do it this week because we haven't thought about it enough.
No.
It's a big job, to be fair.
It's a job. It's definitely a job.
It's definitely a job.
But yeah, if you have any feedback or any reviews of the show, please let us know. And we'll be happy to ignore them. If they're
No,
bad.
we'll listen to them.
We'll listen.
Any comments, any things you want us to also hear about or talk about, let us know. Or if you want us to shut up, let us know.
That's also a thing. But yeah,
Is that a thing? Yeah,
I guess so.
I guess so. All right. Thank you so much, guys. We will see you next week.
Fare thee well.
Goodbye.